they're saying Buhari must go because they feel terrorism is now at their doorstep. FEMI ADESINA. FEMI ADESINA has been speaking a lot recently. Earlier today, the video of senators calling on Buhari to handle the security challenges in the country within 6 weeks or face impeachment went viral as federal lawmakers who are said to be members of the PDP left the Senate House singing, "All we are saying, Buhari must go." I mean, what a coincidence. They happen to be members of PDP. I mean, come on. Like, what? Of course. I mean, they waited this long. How convenient. So you're telling me that these senators, the past how many years, and given the time that they had, they did not feel that it was necessary to take that kind of action. It's now, all of a sudden, when elections are coming up, when competition is tense, all you're saying is Buhari must go, and you want to deceive the public because, Buhari leaving, you can say generally, is a shared is a shared view. And so all of a sudden, now it's convenient for you to say Buhari must go. But before, Buhari must not go, please. I mean, again, these are movements that you'd expect senators to do. I mean, of course, in the grand scheme of things, this is great. I mean, this is what you want. That's why they're there anyway. If anyone should be protesting or demanding that their boss does his or her job, it should be them. Right? And then now they're out here speaking and saying, oh, they walked out. Imagine. I mean, these are such actions that we would have expected them to have embodied, when what do you call it? When other situations happen. I mean, NSAS protests, nothing. Killings in the southeast, herdsmen clash. So many incidents have happened. I mean, I can't even count. And they don't react. And now, all of a sudden, all we are saying is Buhari must go. But before, Buhari must not go. Please. What is that? I mean, it's basically in favor of your own party. And to be honest, I think it's very, very disrespectful. And for this, I think Nigerians, they just be very upset. I mean, it doesn't make sense. In Channel's television special program, Politics Today, the presenter had the privilege to discuss the current state of insecurity in the country with Buhari's media aide, FEMI ADESINA. When asked to share his view on the threat by Senate members, ADESINA said Buhari administration has been trying its best to fight terrorism. FEMI ADESINA said he wonders why the senators are complaining now and that the senators probably feel that terrorism is at their doorstep. They feel like their chance to get into power is at their doorstep. That's why they're doing this. And he, from FEMI ADESINA's perspective, he feels that is why they made the call to fix security challenges or face impeachment. I mean, at this point, he might as well just go. I mean, if Buhari decides to leave, I don't think anything. What's that going to do? He's been there for almost 7 years. So should we start? What do you expect? I don't know. What do you expect Nigerians to do? If he goes, right? That's what they want anyway. I mean, don't you want him to? At the end of the day, he can't serve, but his political party can. But again, I find this all too convenient. Are you trying to say that all of a sudden these senators are now on the side of the people? And that is something I highly doubt, because where were you? Where were you? People. All this does not make sense. I mean, literal red flags right in front of us. But again, unfortunately, these are people that are in government. So, and it's just so painful because it's like, so you senators actually have the capacity. I mean, you guys can actually decide and say, you know what, Mr. President, if you don't do this, we're walking out, you can face impeachment. But you didn't choose. There's several times where you could have proven your seriousness and your commitment, and you didn't. And now that you can potentially, get the presidential seat, all of a sudden, Martin Luther King, you're marching. I mean, again, I find this very, very upsetting because you choose when you want to be docile. Literally, they choose when they want to be docile and when they want to be active. So you actually have the capacity, but you pretend like, you're not there or you don't see the things that are happening. Very sad. Do you blame the legislature, the executive for insecurity in Nigeria? Buhari came out of the forest to claim that he would solve all the problems in the country with the help of people like Tinubu, and he got the job. Now, here we are. He is making history as the worst president in our history. I mean, in our history, have we really had a good president? Let us be very honest. Have we really? I mean, history in terms of, since the new constitution and democracy. Well, even prior to that, his problems, wahala. It wasn't like it was the best. So we've never, I don't think Nigeria has really gotten the government it deserves or that it wants. Maybe because the country is still at a phase where it still really needs to build a working system. Yeah, anyways, but still, I don't think we can say that we are satisfied, with what we're getting. So it is what it is. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said it in 2014 that Buhari will hand over to Nigerian Taliban. He has drawn the country back to the neo-colonial era. May God never forgive him and his cohorts. That is scary. I mean, Nigeria in the neo-colonial era. But then, obviously, even before colonialism, it's always been a desire, a request of the North to always want to conquer the South. I mean, it's not me, it's the fact. Their history proves it. So, what should we say about that? How should we react to that? They are right. No one is safe in this country under his incompetent and clueless government. But the fact is, they just conveniently happen to be PDP members. Again, where was this energy? Where was this energy when it was needed? I mean, who ordered the killings? Again, when you make moves like this, it shows how serious you are about getting what you want to get done. And now that it's time to leave office, you now decide, you know what, we're not working with them anymore. We've had enough. Please, come on, be respectful. Be respectful. I mean, we're not all fools here. I find it very... So, wow, I mean, like, you can have this much vim. I mean, this is the same set of people that, we find... Was it not during COVID? And it was during the time where... Was it palliatives? Yes, and I think they were being questioned. And then these are the set of people that, they faint, they throw their shoes. I mean, senators, of course, it's not surprising. But if you can have this much vim and you choose not to exercise it, and all of a sudden you want to exercise it because it's your time or you think it's your turn to be in power, then it says a lot about you and your character. That's what it is. Put what you think in the comment section below, and do not forget to like and subscribe.